Hey sippers, it's been a while, but a lot of messy things happening with Nicki Minaj, Jay-Z, the Carter family, Beyonce, and Miss Tina Knowles, including Cardi B throwing subs, really, responding to Nicki Minaj. And, other celebs are there defending Nicki, saying that, she has every right to speak. Why is she always the bad guy? Now, I think this all happened because, Cardi B is going to drop her album, Am I the Drama, in September. And I think Nicki thought Cardi B would have fallen off. So Nicki see that Cardi B has been invited to Sir Boy Carter tour. Like, why is she hanging around Jay-Z and Beyonce and Miss Tina Knowles that much? Something is up. So the rumor is that Jay-Z is the one who's helping Cardi B to fund her album because Atlantic Records isn't really helping Cardi B as much, right? Remember that rumor that came out that Atlantic Record had to let some of their artists go? Like, they literally had to fire some people, get rid of some people because their business was crashing. And Cardi B took a very long time to really, put out her album that she had promised her fans since 2 to 3 years. And I think Cardi B, she wasn't backing down because Nicki was definitely making fun of her. Like, oh, it's not too late to sign to Heavy on it. If y'all remember those tweets when Atlantic Records were basically letting go of some of their artists, like Nicki was laughing at the situation. And I think Cardi B was under a lot of pressure, and she saw that Nicki was thriving. Like, hey, Pink Friday 2 did really well. Nicki had a very successful tour, which Nicki also mentioned that Jay-Z robbed money from her tour. Like, we're gonna get into some things, child. But before we do, like this video, share if you care, honey, and subscribe. Let's start with Thee Stallion. So this cameraman, honey, oh my God. So this camera guy, right? And he belongs in Megan's crew. Now, he said Megan was having, sex with another woman in a van where he was present. And he said Megan forced him to watch. And of course, he took that to court. He felt like, he was taken advantage of, right? Now, everyone thought that the court would dismiss the case. Well, the judges are saying, we're keeping the case and we're going along with it. So Nicki Minaj was basically rejoicing, like, what did she say about that law? Because you're talking about Megan's law, but someone is taking your butt to court because you were sleeping with another woman and you forced your cameraman to watch. So Nicki was so happy, trolling Thee Stallion on her Instagram page, saying, what did she say about that law? And that was kind of funny because Nicki is clearly still pissed about that Megan's Law diss. And of course, Nicki loves her husband and she's going to defend her man. And I feel like Nicki has been feeling so attacked by Roc Nation because Nicki not only called out Megan, she also tagged Roc Nation and she went for Jay-Z. Like, Nicki put a name on it. She was dragging Jay-Z, basically saying Jay-Z owes her a lot of money. And he's sending a lot of people for her head, and that he is behind those SWAT calls because he's trying to destroy her career because they want to keep her quiet. Now, why on earth would Nicki assume that Jay-Z robbed her tour money? Mind you, some of Nicki's tickets were sold through Live Nation. Now, people now assume Live Nation has connections with Jay-Z. Like, mind you, Jay-Z is like a giant in the music industry. He's a very powerful man, right? And I'm starting to wonder, why does he have so much power where Nicki is going to vent and then she's going to be completely locked out of her Instagram? What type of power does Jay-Z possess that much? Now, people are now assuming that Nicki's going crazy and she's sniffing coke. Because why is she dragging Jay-Z in? Isn't she afraid? Now, DJ Academics defending Nicki by saying, Nicki's saying a lot of things that some of these male artists / rappers are afraid of saying. Like, Nicki really has that balls, because it's Jay-Z. You talk about some giant in the industry and people are going to come for your head. Nicki is not afraid. She's not scared to speak up, and I love that for her. I think Jay-Z is kind of a bully. Like, I think he likes to control women, because I think it's a male-dominated industry, rap. But women seems to be flourishing more than the males, The woman has such hunger. They know how to market their thing. They know how to keep people talking. Look at Cardi B. She was an exotic dancer. And she came in as a successful female rapper. And she's making a lot of money. I think Cardi B's making a lot of money than Offset, which tells a lot about the music industry. The women are thriving, honey. So I think Jay-Z is this marketing genius. He now try to possess the woman who's in the industry, controls them, and make a lot of money off them. So he can't do that to Nicki. And now he's mad. So Nicki thinks he's basically being revengeful against her career, where, she has a successful tour. And she mentioned that, people wanted money from her tour. They wanted to be a part of it. And because she said no, people were basically sabotaging her. That Amsterdam lockup, she said that, she assumed, or should I say allegedly assumed, that Jay-Z was a part of it because he wanted money from her tour. And she was not having it. Right? And I think because Nicki's not letting up, Jay-Z has a problem with her, so he's coming for her. Now Nicki's like, Jay-Z's using Megan, he's using Cardi B, he's sending these new models for me. Like, he's trying to remake a Nicki Minaj, and he fails with Cardi B, so he's trying with Megan. So Nicki's like, Jay-Z been in Cardi B's corner since the beginning of her career, but they don't do it in the open, so you don't really know what's going on. Because now, look at Cardi B at Sir Boy Carter a tour, keying and laughing up with so many people. So after Nicki Minaj dragged Jay-Z, dragged Megan, and was saying a lot of stuff, here comes Cardi B throwing shade on Twitter. Like, go shopping, go to dinner, and shut the F up. Go to a park or something. Girl, you're at a Paris fashion show and you're talking about Nicki. You're so unhappy and miserable. You're at the most extravagant event and you're inserting yourself in Nicki's drama because you want that good roll out for your album tour. And that makes me wonder, what type of person is Beyonce? If Jay-Z is doing all of these BS, how can you still be with a man like Jay-Z? A lot of people be saying, it's not like Jay-Z's even attractive. Probably Beyonce's just attracted to the money. It must be the pockets because it ain't your face. And she said it, right? And then here comes Miss Tina Knowles, always sticking her nose in young folks' business. Like, Jay-Z asked you to do that. She was like, throwing shade, throwing BS, and I'm going to post it, what Miss Tina Knowles said. And now I understand why Candace Owens came for Beyonce and Miss Tina Knowles. Like, lady, you're like in your 70s, girl. Go do some puzzles, go relax, honey. This ain't your fight. But let me know, y'all. Let me know, honey. Let me know, booze, because people say Nicki going crazy. She's going broke. Hence the reason for her venting on social media. But let us know what y'all think down in the comment section. Leave a like for this video. I know I've been MIA. Guys, if you could hear my voice, I was so sick. Honey, I was not in a good place mentally, but I'm trying, honey. I'm trying for you guys. I love my Sips Loud sippers. I love you guys so much. Keep the channel going. Feed me some likes. Feed me some comments. Share my Instagram. Share my YouTube. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.